These Florida politicians wasted over $1.2 billion of property tax money last year alone. And the only one trying to stop it is Governor Ron DeSantis. But the problem is, a bunch of politicians are now trying to stop him. In this video, I'll show you exactly what each county politician blew your property tax money on, how DeSantis is proven we can wipe out property taxes completely with one vote, and why Florida Republicans are secretly trying to keep it off the ballot. Let's jump in. DeSantis has been saying it loud for over a year now. We can eliminate property taxes on personal homes in Florida. Why? Because property taxes are a scam, plain and simple. It's the only tax you pay on something you haven't actually sold. Think about it. The county guesses how much your house is worth, they pick a millage rate, and then multiply those two numbers together to figure out how much you owe. And the worst part? Both those numbers, your home's value and the millage rate, go up almost every year, even if nothing's changed. So you're getting hit twice. And your tax bill keeps climbing, even if you live there for 30 years and the house is fully paid off. And if you're a retiree on a fixed income, or you're just barely getting by, and your taxes have shot up over the last 5 years and you can't pay, too bad. The government takes your house. That's the system. That's how rigged it is. So DeSantis put a plan in motion. He appointed Florida CFO Blaise Ingoglia to run the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Blaise likes to call it Florida Accountability and Fiscal Oversight, or FAFO. You get it? Around and find out. Their goal was simple. Dig through every city and county budget in Florida and expose the waste. Because this isn't a revenue problem, it's a spending problem. DeSantis knew that if counties weren't lighting money on fire with pet projects and nonprofits with no oversight, they could actually afford to get rid of property taxes altogether. And guess what? Some of these local budgets have ballooned by 50% in just 5 years. Property taxes went through the roof. So where'd all that extra money go? They spent it on absolute nonsense. So far, Blaise has only looked at a handful of cities and counties in Florida, and he's already found over $1 billion in waste last year alone. $1 billion. All going to pet projects, DEI politics, and nonprofits with zero accountability for where the money actually goes. And wait till I get to Miami. You won't believe the money they're wasting down there. Let's start at the top. Jacksonville dropped $75,000 on a hologram of their mayor. It allegedly makes her look 20 years younger, and it says hello to travelers at the Jacksonville airport. I could have got her a sign made for like $10 at Kinko's.
Kinko's, good people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who knows that movie? Drop it in the comments. They also blew $7.5 million on a 1-mile sidewalk project and another $1.9 million on DEI grants for arts groups. DEI stands for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, which sounds nice, but it's illegal. It's a program that discriminates against certain races and promotes people based on skin color instead of merit. How about we just don't discriminate against anybody? Pensacola's next. They're handing out $150,000 a year to a management company that books drag queen shows just 1 block away from the child-friendly Pensacola Winterfest event, which includes photos with Santa. Then they spent another $300,000 for an equity-focused strategic plan and a residential equity survey. Who comes up with this stuff, and why should government be spending money on it? Alachua County, they gave $31,000 to Planned Parenthood for something called Teen Time, targeting kids as young as 13. Orange County spent $223,000 on LGBT youth programs that push gender identity to kids, and $240,000 on a left-wing urban planning firm that wants to make property taxes more fair and equitable. How's this for fair and equitable? We just get rid of them. Orlando spent $460,000 since 2020 to count trees as part of the city's tree inventory. I bet the mayor's nephew got that job. And another $150,000 to help illegal immigrants avoid deportation. Come on, Orlando, that's illegal. Gainesville dropped $189,000 on a director of equity and inclusion, plus mandatory employee training with something called the Wheel of Power and Privilege. Unbelievable. Or as my dad likes to say, unbelievable. Hillsborough County threw down $572,000 for unconscious bias training, because nothing says efficiency like spending $500,000 to convince your employees they're secretly racist. They also spent $950,000 just to give government workers a car allowance. Now we get to my home turf, Pinellas County. $75,000 a year to sponsor a pride festival. But it gets worse. In St. Pete, my own city, damn it, they pulled $258,000 from utility and EMS funds to support pride events and burned another $307,000 on a climate plan to push Green New Deal nonsense. Then there's Broward County. Since 2020, they've spent $890,000 on DEI training. 890 grand. They're pushing the gingerbread person now. That's real. You can actually look that up. They also spent $175,000 to make virtual art in the metaverse. They got ripped off, and gave $44,000 to support a UN treaty on gender equity. Not even joking. How do these people get elected? And finally, we got Miami, the crown jewel of waste. According to Blaze, if Miami was a business, it'd be bankrupt. From 2019 to 2024, their budget exploded by 44%. That's a $358 million increase in 5 years. Last year alone, they spent $94 million, which works out to $61,000 per new family of 4 that moved in. Miami's current budget, over $1.2 billion. And they added 193 new full-time government workers. Most of them office workers, not cops or firefighters. Now, this is just a snapshot of all the waste they found, and you can expect a full report to come out in a few months. Here's what Blaze said about all this BS.
The people have had enough, and so have I. Your property taxes have been going up not because of essential services and the need for essential services, but because of excessive wasteful spending by career politicians and bureaucrats who think that each and every one of you are an endless ATM for them. As your CFO, I refuse to stand by idly while Florida families are being literally taxed out of their homes. It is always good to remind them that it is not their money, it is our money.
He's up for re-election in 2026. Make sure you vote for him. So DeSantis is all in on this, and Blaze is out there proving the plan actually works. If you can cut the insane government spending, you got more than enough money to get rid of property taxes. But here's the key. When DeSantis talks about eliminating property taxes, he's only talking about your homesteaded home. That's the place you actually live. You'd still be paying property taxes on commercial buildings, Airbnbs, rentals, apartment complexes, second homes, all that stuff. So the city and the counties, they'd still be raking in the tax money. But some people keep making excuses. One of the big ones, what about the small counties that don't get tourist money? Won't they get hit the hardest? No.
I can take all 32 fiscally constrained counties. I could fund 100% of tax revenue that would be derived from a homestead, Florida residence, property taxes. And it's like budget dust for us. I mean, we got a massive surplus, so we can do that, and we will do that. So don't let anybody in the rural counties act like you're not going to be able to do, because I can just do it without even worrying. I'm not going to let that keep us from doing property tax relief. So if I have to do appropriation, I'm going to support doing an appropriation. I mean, it's just that simple.
So at this point, it should be a no-brainer. And all we need now is a lawmaker to step up and file a joint resolution. That's what it's called because we're talking about changing the Florida Constitution, not just passing a regular bill. Once it's filed and passed by both chambers in the Florida House and Senate, it can go on the ballot in November 2026, and the people get to decide. But here's the problem. The Democrats are already against this. No surprise there. But now, even the Republicans are turning on the governor and trying to derail this whole thing. Instead of just giving us one clear option to vote on, they introduced 8 different proposals, and none of them, not one, would actually eliminate property taxes. I'm not going to go through all 8 proposals here because they're boring and they're probably going to change anyway. But I broke it all down for my newsletter subscribers. If you want the full breakdown, hit the link in the description and you can check it out. Now, here's where this gets sneaky. To change the Florida Constitution, whatever's on the ballot has to get 60% of the vote. That's a high bar. It's not like a regular election where you only need 51% and it passes. In a room of 100 people, you need 60 of them to vote yes on the same thing or it fails. So when there's 8 different options on the ballot, there's no way most people agree on just one. And that's the plan all along. Let me show you how it works. Imagine 100 people in a room and I ask, do you like vanilla ice cream? It's simple, right? Most people like vanilla, maybe 60 or more raise their hands and boom, vanilla wins. But then I throw out 7 more flavors: chocolate, strawberry, butter pecan, cookie dough, mint chocolate chip, Rocky Road. Now, people are split. Some go for chocolate, others for strawberry, and a few want cookie dough. Suddenly, even though everyone still wants ice cream, no single flavor gets 60 votes. So nothing wins. And that's exactly what these politicians are doing with their 8 different proposals. They're not giving you more options, they're splitting the vote on purpose so nothing passes. Then they turn around and say, hey, we tried, but you voted it down. When really, they never wanted you to have the choice at all. It's slick, it's shady, and unless we call it out, it's gonna work. So what's the real reason these politicians, even the Republicans, are fighting DeSantis on this? Simple. Property taxes are a guaranteed cash machine for local governments. Every time home values go up, so do the taxes. That means more money without them having to do anything. It's like a never-ending raise, and they've gotten used to it. They don't want to give it up because then they'd have to actually manage money like the rest of us. They'd have to say no to wasteful spending, and that's not fun. Everybody loves you when you're passing out cash, but they hate you when you're cutting off the gravy train. They'd have to trim bloated budgets, they'd have to stop sending taxpayer money to their buddies' nonprofits, identity politics, or overgrown departments that should have gotten rid of people years ago. And let's be honest, they don't want to deal with any of that. They want the cash flow and the spending party to keep going, but it's deeper than that. What they really care about is keeping their jobs. See, once you mess with the money, all the local power players start freaking out. County commissioners, school boards, city managers, mayors, the whole crew. And guess what? Those are the same people these state lawmakers count on for endorsements, campaign donations, and get out the vote help. If they rock the boat, those people might turn on them. So now they're stuck choosing. You, the voter who wants real tax relief, or the insiders who help them stay in power. And sadly, most of them are choosing themselves. They'll never admit it, but they're trying to kill this thing quietly so they can keep their control, keep the money flowing, and avoid having to make real decisions. It's not about good policy, it's about protecting the system that protects them. So here's what you can do. Call your state rep. I'll drop the link below. Tell them you want one thing, a joint resolution that puts a single, clear question on the ballot. Should we eliminate property taxes on homestead homes? Yes or no? No tricks, no gimmicks, just let the people vote. Don't let them tell you it can't be done. The money's there, the plan works, Blaze proved it, DeSantis backs it. Now, we need a rep with the guts to file it. This isn't just about lowering taxes, this will actually change history, because you better believe, if we get this done, other states are gonna follow. This would be the first step in stopping the government from taxing us to death. So make the call or send an email, but don't wait around. If we don't force their hand now, they'll kill it quietly and keep the cash flowing. Want to go even deeper on what's really going on with property taxes in Florida? Click here to learn why DeSantis is furious over their secret property tax plan. I'll show you who's behind it and how one politician makes over $100,000 a year off property taxes. You're not going to believe this one. Click here and I'll see you there.